See, wait, okay.
Oh, well, what a great way to start. Welcome to the Cup Showdown here at Coca-Cola. All right, that's definitely going
I'm
to be
sorry.
worthy there. As Angel's
I'm
back with us
sorry.
yet again.
Hell yeah. Also, I couldn't see for like a quick second because my
Oh,
screen just turned black.
oh, Lord. Oh, what is going on here? So, as I can't think for shit and I'm laughing here,
I'll just get the
yeah.
starting lineup right now. On first, we have my Foxy best friend, DJ Curtis. On the second position, you can take it away from this point, Dylan, because I don't remember most of these names.
All right, the struggle's real. Starting second is Joshua Sokoli. Third is William Brock. Originally he was in the 9, but I forgot Rogers is in the 9 as well, and I fucked up bad, so I had to put Williams the 07. So I'm sorry, William. That was on my part there. I failed badly. Fourth is Batson. Fifth is Zach Flickinger. Sixth is William Flickinger. So the Flickingers are starting right next to each other. How ironic. Seventh, James Walls. Eighth, Jonathan Zorlin. Ninth, Kate Anderson. Completing the top 10 is Benjamin Miles. And here's the rest of the starting lineup with 11th, Austin Mongol. 12th, you can say it right there, Angel.
I can't because of. I'm pretty sure it's Ferranti, right?
It is Ferranti.
Uh,
Now,
if anyone else wants to know, the one that told him that the 9 was being used by Zach Rogers was me.
Oh, trouble. 13th, Kyle Matthews. 14th, John Art in the 05 there. 15th is Charles Sanford. 16th, Garrett Sidnor. Never made a little NRSL start before. Now making his very first one. Jackie Kang, Nick McCurry, Nathan Hudson, Kyle Lynch, the same for him. Caleb Harris, Devin Becker, Michael Norman, Chris Dodd, Sky Commons, Connor Meyer, Jessica Sheldon, and Charles Jackson completing the last row, making his return, hopefully, to the NRSL Series, at least for right now, the Showdown the Cup. So just as like the Xfinity Series, we have to rely on the top 2 in the Showdown, and at the end of this, heading into the Cup All-Star race, we will announce who was the winner of the fan vote. So,
if anything, I hope that this race ends up like the Xfinity one. Because that thing was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Especially at the end.
If you guys did not watch the Xfinity race, you're going to be in quite for a show there. We had some good racing up towards the front of the field, and we had a caution, or we ended up having a one-lap dash into the start-finish line, and second place still managed to hold on to get into the All-Star race. That man was Chris Dodd, as we're going to get the command right now.
Drivers, start your engine.
Chris Dodd in the 14 right there, now in a different position now where he's in the one-off. This is one and only opportunity to make the race. He cannot rely on the fan vote for the Showdown because he's in the one-off scheme, as well as the others like Charles Jackson, Kyle Lynch, just to name a few. And they have to get the top 2. If they do not get a top 2 spot, they can kiss their hopes for the All-Star race goodbye.
Honestly, all I just got to say for Todd is just calm down, just clear your mind, and you'll be all right.
So, Angel, I got to ask you, who is your pick for the one-offs to get in the All-Star race?
After that wild and wacky race in the Xfinity Series, honestly, I really want to go with my top pick is Chris Dodd. I mean, seeing him pulling that off in the Xfinity race, that was the best.
As green
we already got the green flag.
And then Angel, real quickly, your regular pick, who are you going to choose there?
For my regular pick, I'm gonna have to go with my the Fox.
Oh boy, gonna go with the Fox. All right, for me, I think the one-offs I'm gonna choose there. You know what? I think William Flickinger may have that opportunity, that 0-1 there. I know he hasn't made a lot of starts in the NRSL, and normally he likes to come in these certain situations, but I think Flickinger may get it. Now, as far as the regulars go, I think James Qualls may get this down. Now, he's in a new ride, the 70 this season, but I think, though, that Ford Travel Motor Coach Chevrolet, he's really upset he didn't make the All-Star race this season. Now in a new look in the normal is what he said, Johanna Atwood Motorsports ride there in the Johanna Long car there. I think he could probably get that opportunity to get in there. So we shall see. Now also another thing, if you've noticed too, all the Sega Keith cars you see in this field, at least the regular one, Zach Flickinger, he has a new scheme just for this race. The Brandon Cabela's car there. And then you have John Art in the 05 there in his one-off scheme there. There he is. And then here's the other one, Kay Anderson, making her big return. to the NRSL. Gentlemen, turn, you leave it. Oh, trouble. There goes the 11. Around he goes. Kyle Matthews just got plowed. Jonathan. Oh, and another crash. That's Garrett Sidnor. John Hart just got involved. Meyer. Jackson. Oh, who was making his return.
That's not looking fortunate for the comeback.
And the 07 of Brock is the leader. Second is Tang. Garrett Sidnor stuck on the track. Jonathan Zorlin, his day is over. Benjamin Miles. And it looks like the two from the regulars are Matthews and Meyer. Everyone else is all in the one-off. And John Art, that sucks he gets involved. The sponsored car for the All-Star race, at least one of the two, Michael Norman, he looks like he's good to go. Also, Alex Ferranti has an updated look on his Castrol GTX car. He's got the updated Toyota Camry you can see. Hey, Anderson, though.
I gotta tell you, when Kyle Keefe showed me that new Toyota, that thing looked pretty sick.
Yeah, the new Toyotas are something. I was just about to say before that caution came out that Kate Anderson originally was supposed to be in the 24 for the Xfinity Series, but because she had a maternity leave, Kyle Keefe took over for the season. And it is rumored that next season she will be taking over, hopefully. The keyword, hopefully. As long as something else doesn't pop up. But Anderson, though, right now in the one-off in the top, she's in a good spot.
Oh, and if we're referring to silly season, after what happened right now, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be calling it that there's going to be a new face at the BTR stable.
We shall see. Nonetheless, though, William Brock is currently your leader. Let's go take a look. We brought ourselves our first caution for today's race. Here's a look at what happened here. Is we actually had two wrecks. Now keep an eye on the first wreck here. Not Charles Jackson. The 11 of Benjamin Miles squeezes into the 0-1 there of William Flickinger, and a couple of one-off drivers right there. Hard enough to say the 11's a one-off for once. And right there, right in front of Kate Anderson, did a nice job avoiding the crash there. Used a lot of gas and brake, then gunned it after that one. And then watch the outside line. You're going to see there William Flickinger, Kyle Matthews, Jonathan Zorlin, nowhere to go. Zorlin just goes into the 09 easily. Now, we're going to pause.
Zorlin.
Oh, go ahead.
Also something to mention, Zorlin did make the All-Star race in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, that's a tough break,
so
too.
It's kind of a shame that he wrecked out on this one, but at least he's going to be looking forward to only dealing with one All-Star race.
Yeah, now keep an eye on this here. Now remember the wreck happened up above earlier on. Now Devin Becker, Charles Jackson, Alex Ferranti, they're all dancing on the apron. Watch Ferranti nearly turns Connor Meyer. And then Jackson slides up again after hitting the apron, goes right in front of Meyer in the 51, goes into Garrett Sidnor in the 95, John Art in the 05 as well. All of them get involved. And then you're going to see them all slide down the track, entering turn number 3, nearly into turn number 4. That's a tough breakdown for a couple of drivers. John Art, a one-off driver who's never made a cup start before, and who's a good friend
Especially
of Connor Meyer.
Especially Charles Jackson. I mean, he ended up like most jars of mayonnaise, crushed on the side of the street.
That rocket up nearly flipped over, too. And the Coors Light Chevrolet on its side. And Garrett Sidnor, another driver who's never made an NRSL start, kind of like we mentioned a few other drivers in the before there, like Emmanuel Hart and Xfinity. Never made an NRSL start. Making his first one, this one, unfortunately, he's going to get involved. So that is a tough break right there, nonetheless. What a shame. Caution's out. Let's take you back to the green. All right, pace cars, getting us the 1 lap to go. Out of the race include the following: Connor Meyer, Charles Jackson, Jonathan Zorlin. I'm sorry, the 11 of, I'm trying to think, that is Benjamin Miles, Kyle Matthews, and John Art. Garrett Sidnor's lap down. I forgot to mention, too, Emmanuel Hardner was technically in this field in the 13 car, and I accidentally forgot to put him in here. So he is guaranteed an all-star spot no matter what, regardless. So I apologize for that. And I thought I put the 13 in there, but I guess I may not have or something. That's on me there. So I deeply apologize for that. So Emmanuel Hardner is confirmed at least one of the 4 drivers to be in the All-Star race. It will still be the top 2 and the fan vote. So, regardless, nonetheless, though, we have 21 cars still on the lead lap, 22 on the track. Right now, William Brock and Jackie Tanger top 2, DJ Curtis 3rd, Kyle Lynch 4th, Charles Sanford 5th, Chris Dodd 6th, Sky Common 7th, Joshua Sicoli 8th, 9th, Zach Flicker. Completing the top 10, Austin Mungold. 11th through 20th is James Paul, Keith Batson, Jessica Sheldon, Kate Anderson, Devin Becker, Caleb Harris, Nathan Hudson, Alex Ferranti, Nathan McCurry, and Michael Norman. William Flicker, 21st in the tail end of the field. Pace car going on down to pit road, 11 laps to go. Kind of earlier on that we had our first caution in the Xfinity race as the green flag is out. But now with the lap car and slow car in the way, I wonder how this is going to affect the field. And it looks like it may play a factor after all because DJ Curtis is stuck behind him. Now the inside line.
Now, if he doesn't get out of that hole, he's going to be in a whole lot of trouble.
Look at Curtis wisely going the outside line. And Jessica Sheldon now stuck. And McCurry just got blocked. Same for Norman. Sindor, I guess, is not used to the NRSL custom here, and he's trying to get out of harm's way there. And Jessica Sheldon, man, her problem in this series in general has just been lap cars. She just can't get around them.
She's getting blocked harder than O'Neal Balvin.
Oh, wow. We're talking good jokes there. Sheesh. In the meantime, though, nonetheless, we still have our pack of cars here. Right now, the top two is Kyle Schock and Charles Sandberg. Now, looking through here, DJ Curtis is still in the pack, and same for Nathan Hudson. I'm going to keep this up so I don't lose track of the names here. Jessica Sheldon, Michael Norman, Anthony McCurry still trying to get up in that pack. They're technically still up to speed, but it's just they're not, like, up there with the pack. Kind of seen though, they were hitting the 250s though. These guys are pulling some incredible speed here in this track. Oh, one car down pit road. That's Kyle Schock, who was leading.
I wonder what happened there.
Oh, I think he may have gotten spun out. I think he may have gotten spun out. That's what may have happened because now he's off pit road. I think that may have been the cause because I didn't see any screech marks along the track, but I didn't see any, like, smoke either.
And if we're paying attention closely, we're seeing that these two teammates are working together. The 29 and the 15.
Yeah, they were working together earlier. Sometimes it is good to work with your teammate, but at the same time, you got to remember, it's the top two. So you got to hope not only yourself gets in there, but if you can get your teammate in there as well, that's also pretty good. Remember, Angel Navarro's the only one for Brony Racing in that all-star field. DJ Curse, Alex, and Ferranti there. They both got to make sure they got to get in. And
what about William Duncan?
Very carefully as Sky Cobbins and Keith Batson. What a save! Oh, but Cobbins at the wall, and there goes the pack. One car upside down. I believe that was the 17. Oh my goodness! Caleb Harris is barrel rolling the backstretch. Hard is the fifth third bank board. Death rolling down the backstretch is the 17, and will land on upside down. Oh, what a terrible crash. Sky Comets, he bounced off the wall, and the 17 had nowhere to go. Oh my word, that is a terrible crash. Walls is the leader, Curtis is second, Anderson is third, but wow, that is a scary crash. But what a lucky break for Kyle Lynch, rather. I don't know why I said Kyle Schock, that's stupid of me, but Kyle Lynch, though, what an extremely lucky break that was for that 66 car. However, the bad news is he's going to be stuck behind the 95 and the 01 and possibly now the 24 unless he pits. But, oh my, that was a bad crash.
Let's just hope he's all right.
Yeah, that did not look good. That's been one of the scariest crashes I've seen in Coke Gold in a long time there. I haven't seen a crash that scary since I believe Charles Jackson in the All-Star race hit the pit wall, and ironic enough, Sky Commons in the 24, he also had one a similar All-Star race where he was in the 11, and he basically died coming off pit road, where he got launched up into the wall going upside down, and he had a bad crash there, but man, Caleb Harris, he barrel rolled, and ironic enough, this is his last season, but that's not a way to end off your season there.
Kind of reminds me of that one crash we saw in the NRSL T-Mobile Cup Series.
Wait, that's not
in Atlanta. It was the 40 of Ryan Acosta and the 17 of Angel Navarro, actually.
He had a bad crash right there. And Harris, man, he barrel rolled at least 20, 30 times. That's not good. James Qualls, currently your leader. We will go back to green. That's guaranteed a fact. But the question is, with 2 laps to go or 3, we will find out in a minute. Caution's out. Let's go take a look what happened. Welcome back here. We're all the way in turn 1 because we got to show you. Now watch here. Sky Commons was trying to go for second around Keith Batson, the 38. Now both have a tremendous save right here. You're going to see Commons just get a little too close to that corner panel of the Palmia forward there. They both save it right here. Now Batson's behind. Sky Commons' car just shot up the track. I think something went wrong on the Nicorette Chevrolet. Now he's going to hit the wall pretty hard. And watch Paris. Nowhere to go. Goes to 17. Now we're looking at helicopter who flipped him, and it was indeed Alex Ferranti. And once he tipped over, he just kept going and flipping over.
Now we can safely say that he is acting pretty much as the Jimmy Johnson of this race.
Ironic enough, he is a fan of Jimmy Johnson. Man, this is a quarter speed, but look at how fast that 17 is flipping. Like I said, that's a quarter speed, folks. This is not full time. Doing at least, look at how many flips he was doing during. That was at least a good portion of the backstretch too. Barely halfway. Because you could see he gets involved in turn 2 where like some of the screech marks was, and then once he got tipped over, he just kept going on flipping over like I mentioned, and unfortunately he's going to land upside down, and that is a scary crash of the fifth third bank. We are receiving word that they are putting a red flag out there at Coca-Cola.
And it's a good thing. They need to pick up all those pieces and parts from that 17.
Unbelievable, though. We do have an onboard of both the 24, the 17, and we do have another onboard of another driver who somehow managed to get a good view of the 17 flipping.
No, not even.
Let's see in his view what happened. Yeah, Batson slipped up. That's why I think Commons tried to go down. And Batson just closed the door in time. Yeah, you can tell he had a problem right there. And, oh. Now, if you hear that barrel roll, and that was the 17. But, yeah, you can tell Commons is going to be definitely off the pace. Here's another sponsored car. This accident. And you can tell once that barrel roll came, wow.
Michael Norman has seen a lot in his day, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't seen a crash that bad.
No, and we got to go on board with the special one here. This is inside. He was just ahead of the 24 when this happened. Yeah, and once he got tipped over, I don't think he really expected that. Look at how shaky is inside the car from just flipping over that much. Wow. Unfortunately, lands upside down. We are getting word if he is okay as we speak. He is alert, communicating with the medical personnel, but he is all right, which is a good sign there. So that is good to hear. Caution's out here at Coca-Cola. Let's take you back to the green. So, after a good extensive amount of cleanup from the 17 of Paris, like as mentioned, is word we have good news that he is okay. However, though, they're saying that hopefully he'll get a good speed recovery at least before Charlotte comes around. So, out of the race after that incident is only Caleb Paris. Sky Commons gets car repaired and that damage, and he's back out on track, which is a unbelievable sign. Actually, he did not come down pit road. I don't think anyone did, so that's a risky move there, but we shall see. Now, we have a total of 3 laps to go. Now, Angel, this is very crucial, but this is where it's going to be really testy. When we did the Xfinity, we only had 1 lap shootout. We have a 3-lap shootout this time. So I guarantee you, I don't think Qualls and Curtis, they're going to be in the hands of being all good to go.
Unless, of course, someone gets a good restart and they stick with that momentum.
Top 10 rundown is James Qualls, DJ Curtis, Kate Anderson, Keith Batson, Nathan Hudson, Charles Sanford, Jackie Tang, Austin Mungle, Zach Buckinger, and Josh Sicoli. Evan Becker, 12th, Chris Dodd, 13th, Anthony Curry, 14th, William Brock, 15th, Michael Norman, 16th, Jessica Sheldon, 17th, Alex Ferranti. Now, I don't know how Ferranti's going to be. If he'll be, up to speed or not, we shall see, though. Common's definitely going to be off the pace, as well as Flickinger and Garrett Sidnor. Now, Kyle Lynch, he's behind all these slower cars. I think with at least 3 of them, I don't think he's going to be able to contend. Green flag, back underway. James Qualls, DJ Curtis in good position. Already, you can see that 66, and yep, Runt, he's off the pace. You can tell he is. And immediately, that 01 just got around all 4 of those slower cars entering turn 1. But now, he's got to get that draft. I don't think, because of all those slower cars, I don't think he's going to get it.
Well, you never know. I mean, how do you think that DJ Curtis got into the position that he's in?
Yeah, you can tell. I think he's just a little too far back, and with that amount of cars, he can try though. But you can see William Flicker here. He's and I hate to say it, but I think that 66, he's in an SOL position. He's trying though. You could see, but I think because of that incident there, it really didn't help him out one bit. So that's a shame though for Kyle Lynch though, a one-off driver who just was up in the front and unfortunately got turned, heading to the line. Now, with 2 laps to go, DJ Curtis, Keith Patson in the top 2 spot. Curtis trying to shut the door. He's not clear. Now he's clear underneath. Here comes Batson. Mongol going to the high line. Here comes a couple one-offs. Chris Dodd in the 14. 27 of Joshua Sicoli are heading up to the front of the field.
Where did he come from?
Yeah, Sicoli's been silent all day. Batson now to the lead. Batson's just had no luck in the NRSL. Could this be his momentum? Here we go. White flag. Coming at the line. Zach Flickinger lost the pack in the 8. He's probably SOL. I think he hit the wall. White flag displayed. There's only
and
one
keep in
second
mind
car I could see. I could get in. It's Kate Anderson, but I just don't see it happen. She's too far back.
Maybe that glass slipper can fit that shoe.
Oh, is Curtis nearly gotten Batson there? They keep it together. Now Hudson's on the high line. Curtis trying to find a way to get around the 38. I think it may be down to Curtis versus Hudson. A driver's in the series versus a one-off. Oh, 4 wider position. Oh, Norman got turned. And he goes to McCurry, a hard leg. He's in the air. Anderson involved. Checkered flag is waving. Batson and Curtis, they're going to the All-Star race. How about that? Batson finally gets some redemption. As a terrible crash happened with Michael Norman. Anderson limping. She will cross the stripe in the 15th spot. McCurry also involved. Let's take a look while we're here. As they were heading to the white flag, turn 4, and that's some interesting shade there. That's Michael Norman in the 3 car that happened, unfortunately. Looks like Devin Becker got into him in the 98. Where have we seen that before with the 3 in turn 4? Oh boy, that's not a good sign. So let's take a look here. You can see Norman
keep in mind,
here.
We're talking about the retiring Michael Norman. This could be one of his last opportunities to race in the All-Star race. And see that happening, that doesn't
Oh,
well
yeah,
for
Anthony Curry also just got clipped by the 98, and oh, man, what a shot did the Coca-Cola Chevrolet get. Back end was on the catch fence, and watch Anderson in the 24 there. Nowhere to go as the Texaco Havoline Dodge there, and oh, man, that is a tough blow right there. Michael Norman, you see spinning around on the back straight there. McCurry also heavily involved in that one there. Now, I didn't show this one yet. I'm actually kind of curious while we're here. Let's just see what happened to Kyle Lynch, just in case to see if something did happen to him.
We did see him going on pit road. We don't know if he spun out or he just had to take an unscheduled pit stop.
Yeah,
maybe he cut a tire.
This. Let's see if Charles Sanford did get in him or if he did come down pit road. I think he may have gotten turned. Yes, he did.
I'm pretty sure he might have cut down a tire. Oh.
He did. Charles Sanford, you're going to see in the 03 here. That's got the Blue Def Toyota. Wow, he got him wicked loose, and then right there, Sanford does the deal, and there you see the 66 just sliding on down, heading into pit road, and I guess Lynch said, well, screw it, I may as well come down and come to my pit stall. You can see how fast he was going. Like, look, he was barely slowing down. He's on 212, gaining speed, and then also like, oh, he's on pit road, I got to slow down heavily, and he's just trying to use so much brake and not, like, really shred the tire there, and that's a tough blow right there for Kyle Lynch. But
He was
going-
one of the one-offs and trying to
Yeah.
make a name for himself, and he got spun out by one of the original members.
looking at Michael
Of
Norman's
the
crash
series.
one last time here, and I'll tell you what though, Michael Norman, this is his last season, which he's mentioned before. But taking a look at full speed here, now he's looking A-okay. He's trying to go 3 wide on Sicoli and McCurry there, and then I don't think he expected Devin Becker just to go underneath him. Becker almost also got into McCurry, and wow, that 3 car just takes a shot right there too from the rear, and he just goes around. And then Anderson, you can see there's just limping across the line, trying to get position away from William Flickinger, and unfortunately she does right there. But scary crash there, Coca-Cola. We are hearing word everyone's all right. But Charles Samper doing some unthinkable there. But Keith Batson, TJ Curtis, they're going to the All-Star race. How about that?
And for once, my prediction was correct.
How about that, indeed? So you got one. I'm proud of you there. So
Hell yeah.
let's take a look at our full results here. As you can see, Captain and Curtis, like I said, they're going to the All-Star race. Congratulations to them. Hudson, a little close there, but he was just a little too far back when that happened. He'll end up 3rd. Sicoli 4th. 5th was Tang. 6th, Samper. 7th, William Brock. Not a bad run for that 07, despite the change, but he did not bad, though. Sheldon 8th. Devin Becker, after all what he did, he ended up still finishing 9th. And Chris Dodd got a top 10, so at least, like as mentioned with Jonathan Zorlin, he too will be in at least one All-Star race. Longold finished 11th, 12th, James Qualls, 13th, Zach Flickinger, 14th, Kyle Lynch, 15th, Kate Anderson. Despite limping around, she still crossed the line 15th. William Flickinger, 16th, Alex Ferranti, 17th, Sky Commons, 18th. McCurry was a lap down. I didn't know how he was, but he is. He ended up 19th, I guess, because of that pit road thing that happened on there. Michael Norman, 20th, and Garrett Sender, last car finishing the race in 21st. And then Paris, Arndt, Matthews, Miles, Zorlin, Jackson, and Meyer all out of the race from that incident. Angel, thank you so much for joining me in both of the showdowns. A very appreciative moment right there.
No problem.
So, if you want to check
Oh,
out...
and
Oh, go ahead.
remember that time you said there were only three drivers in my team? You completely forgot about the 55 car. He's in the All-Star race too.
I keep forgetting. Because I'm so used to of a 3-car team, that's probably why. And I forgot about William Duncan there, but there was 2 that were in, and I forgot about that, and I feel stupid. The 25 and the 55, and then the 15 and the 29, unfortunately, we're in the showdown. Alex Ferranti will not be in the All-Star race. DJ Kurz, however, will be. So Brony Racing's going to have 3 drivers. And Keith Batson for KAB Incorporated, finally getting some luck there, winning the showdown. Hopefully he'll get a win in this series because, man, this guy has just had no luck at all. Probably one of those drivers just can't get a win for anything. So, like I mentioned, Angel, thank you for joining me. If you like this race and the Xfinity one, be sure to give a like, comment your thoughts on this race. Subscribe to the NRSL by hitting that subscribe button. Let's get to 400, please. And until then, thank you guys for coming for the All-Star Showdown weekend there. And we will see you for the All-Star races for both Xfinity and the Cup Series. Till then, goodbye, everybody. For right now, at Coca-Cola Super Speedway in Concord, Massachusetts. Till then, goodbye, everybody, and we'll leave with Angel Navarro's final words of wisdom.
Stay tuned for a surprise announcement possibly coming in the later dates. Maybe after All-Star race weekend is completed.
You heard it there. All right. Thank you, guys. See you later.